Hey, what's going on, everyone? Loki Orin here, and slightly different start to this video because something went wrong. I started a run of Understaffed, and unfortunately, we died to the Harvest Child. Just unfortunately wasn't a very interesting run. Just got greedy, got run over by the Harvest Child because the formation I'm running isn't. It didn't feel like it was the best fit for the Harvest Child, so we're gonna quickly reset here and go again. Unfortunately, that recording is gonna be lost to the ether. I do fail, and I haven't in the past. I haven't been afraid about showing those failures, but this one was just—it was gonna be a waste of. It's gonna be a waste of a video, basically. So, rather than do what I feel would be kind of like cheating, I'm going to quickly scrub that one and go again. So I hope you all are excited.
Desperate to somehow help you regain yourself, I prepared a breakfast and an urgent appeal. My words fell on deaf ears. The food flung to the floor. Your appetites demanded more than I could hope to provide.
And we're riding into the crossroads here.
The crossroads.
And let's meet our squad here. Now, unfortunately, that did mean that we lost a very long-running character in our Plague Doctor. But yeah, it was bad, y'all. But let's meet our squad here. Welcome to Understaffed, and we have some name requests here, which we'll get in right now. So, first of all, thank you to Miles for requesting, excuse me, requesting the Man-at-Arms. We will bring you in as the Man-at-Arms, Miles. And I kind of went back and forth through all these options, and ultimately decided I wanted to run the new Vanguard and just give it some time here. Because I haven't really fooled with the new Vanguard, and I'm kind of intrigued. And at some point, that just seems like it'd be fun. Next up, our Flagellant renamed to Rashiki, as requested by Rashiki. So welcome to the squad, and I think one of my I don't know if mistake is the right word, but I was initially running him as a maniac because we need the flexibility to bring the abomination online. But I actually think I still want to run him as a scourge, even though the scourge is a little less effective because we can't use Deathless from that position. The extra healing just feels really plot relevant. So we're going to give this a go this time and see if this feels any better. Because it just felt like the Maniac wasn't doing enough. Then we have Bigby, or as he will henceforth be known, Jasper, as requested by O Night O. So welcome, Jasper. And this one, was I doing Moribund? So what is it? Moribund's the one that eats stress. Yeah, it devours stress versus Unchained, which generates stress and does some extra damage. Last time I ran as Unchained, but I actually think we're gonna run as Moribund here for a little bit of. Is he comfortable? He can't backlash, but he can manacles. He can always transform. The problem this formation kind of has is that the abomination really wants to be in the front too. Actually, no, we are going Unchained. That Steel, Strength, and Crit is actually pretty plot relevant, so we will go Unchained. Thank you, Jasper. And finally, Paracelsus. There's a lot of movement, but ultimately Alchemist is the way to go. And Paracelsus is now unnamed, which is fun. So we'll get into it. Alrighty. So, let's talk about Understaffed. This is an interesting formation. Like I already alluded to, this is one of those formations that feels a little bit tougher because the formation isn't as synergistic as it could be. In particular, the Flagellant and the Abomination are really not good dance partners. And that creates a bit of tension that is not my favorite. Thankfully, Man-at-Arms and Plague Doctor are pretty content to live where they are. So we do have a degree of flexibility, but we want to be on the lookout for ways to manage that tension in the middle of the ranks. Now, from a like kind of damage and output perspective, we're definitely cooking with some interesting things here. First of all, from a damage standpoint, we've got some pretty hard-hitting characters in here. Cool. The Abomination hits surprisingly hard, as does the Man-at-Arms. Though the Man-at-Arms hits a lot less hard than he used to. The Plague Doctor and Flagellant also provide a fair amount of blight, so we do have, I think, some fairly strong damage output here, though it doesn't feel like we have anybody who's dealing huge chunks. A lot of our characters are just dealing, reliable pieces. But I think it'll still work. From a stress standpoint, though, is where I'm a little less sure. We do have the Man-at-Arms. He is a good stress healer. And the Flagellant can move stress around. And in the Unchained form, Absolution is actually quite good for that additional free stress heal. So it's not bad, but I'm just a little bit skeptical of it. Now, from a healing standpoint, though, especially when we're running Scourge, we're running the Plague Doctor, and even the Unchained Abomination, we have plenty of healing. What killed the last run was not healing per se, it was not being able to deal the damage. God, am I really just going back to the Fetter? Am I really just going back to the Fetter? Oof. Oof, I do not like that. All right, let's look around here.
Remind us of a time before the end.
That is medical gear. Oh man, it really wants me to go for this. All right. So here's the deal. The last run we were running a Pliskin run because we started with a medical gear item. I think we run a Pliskin back, but now we have to look at. We've got Mortar and Pestle. We've also got Salt Barrel. We can't have both, but we could have a bunch of poultices, or we could have Salt Barrel, which gives us plus 5% healing given from skills for every 2 packets of salt in the inventory. And I think we take the Salt Barrel. That just feels like that could be really interesting. We will buy all the food because we are going to at least consider going for the Harvest Child. Rousing Tunes feels good. That Triage kit's a no-brainer. Both packets of salt for some added healing seems pretty good. And then Bear Traps actually seems kind of fun here too. We'll grab a Bear Trap. Wish we could buy more, but even just one may be enough here. As we load in the party here, because I do want to go after the Harvest Child again. As dangerous as it is,
in the equation of your fate.
It does feel like it's the right call. Now, thinking about that, we do need to think about our skills. Immediately, Battlefield Medicine gets its upgrade. Removing dots from 2 characters is just too good to pass up. And last time I upgraded Bolsters, that's still the play. We could do that and just start Courageous Abandoning. Which is Courageous is either like Riposte does a Vanguard buff, where it reduces your resistances, but increases its damage, and Courageous Abandon scales its damage, but costs max HP. Stand Fast is kind of intriguing. So is Deathless, though. Like, do we just, like, go the full bore healing? Just make sure we have all the healing we could possibly need. I think that's what we do. I don't know if it's the right call, but it feels like the right call here. And we'll just quickly grab our full setup here. Now we definitely want to have Crush and Defender around, bolster, hold the line, and then maybe I give Courageous Abandon its try. Means giving up on Retribution, so maybe we do that. But that does mean not having the thing that this class does, which is Bellow. Oh, maybe this is the play. Hang on. We go something like that. Maybe give this a try. Maybe not yet. We'll actually no. This is the right time to experiment with this. We'll try it like this. Head in the Sand sucks. Good lord. Sure. Absolutely not. Get out of my wagon. Sure. And that'll do it. All right. Thank you all for watching. We're going to risk it. I just can't say no. We'll see you in the next one.